Hey guys, Zombie Hunter 2.0 here. Today I am in Greenfield Village. I can already hear the steam locomotive whistles and the bell. So
yeah, I see you right now.
you know, it's gonna be a fun day. Day right before my birthday. June 14th, 2024 is today. My birthday is tomorrow, June 15th, 2024. Will not disclose my age. And you know, but you know, this is gonna be a great video. Guys, I just heard a whistle. And I see movement. What do you know? It's the Mason bogey. The exact locomotive I wanted to see. Probably not going to be able to board it. Probably going to have to wait for the next train, which will hopefully also be the Mason bogey. But, you know, let's see. Where is it? I can hear the crossing gates. There it is. Hello there, Mason bogey. It's been like 2 years since I've seen a steam locomotive actually running in real life. Beautiful. Alright, setting off. And there she goes.
There's a train coming!
Yeah, I got it. You see it coming?
You got time. They got people to unload anyway. No hurry.
It is a real train, right?
It is.
Exit on the right-hand side. Please wait for that whistle. Wait for the whistle. It is now safe to exit on the right.
Here it is, the Mason bogey. the last Mason bogey that there is in the world. Look at it. That bell, funnel. Look at it. That valve gear. Bogey that was named after. You know, the thing is technically a tank engine. This is the first tank engine I've ever encountered in real life. Oh man. I don't think they let you get up in the cab, but it would be cool if they did. Okay guys, we have boarded the train. This is the first time I have boarded a real steam locomotive, like, that actually runs in 2 years, since seeing Pier Marquette 1225, like, back in like 2022 or something. This is a very cool experience. I'm glad I can be here today, and I thank all that people that made it possible.
It was the birthplace of Greenfield. It was born here in July of 1863. The farm was located just outside
They got a little tour going on.
The family raised merino sheep. If you ever had a chance, you can stop by the farmhouse, go inside and see the life for Henry. There's the young man.
This might be the peak, but it might not be. There's a roundhouse apparently.
It's a farmhouse. You can look down on our main street. There you'll find the Ford Motor Company. Very close Millbury.
Yeah, who cares about Ford Motor Company? They didn't make steam locomotives. Yep, that's where I was last year, where I went and saw the Allegheny. Let's look at that. Oh, so.
This was Thomas Edison.
Number 8.
New Jersey. He's credited with over 1,000.
Wonder what kind of locomotive. Wonder what the history of that locomotive is. Might have to look it up later.
Even go inside. We're now coming up to the Ackley Bridge. This is our gateway into our purchase and parlors district. From Susquehanna Station, you can go up the hill into Noah Webster's home. He is credited with giving us the first American dictionary that took over 25 years to complete. Or you can stroll down Maple Lane to see all the homes that we have here in the village.
That is very algae-covered water.
Which came from Tidewater, Maryland.
I'm not even paying attention to what the guy's saying. It's like, I'm paying too much attention to the fact that I am behind a working steam locomotive.
You can even go down to the end of Maple Lane to see our windmill and colonial Daggett farmhouse.
Oh, we're stopping.
There was algae. It's a plant that grows in the water.
Please remain seated until we come to a complete stop. Once the whistle sounds, it will be safe to exit on the left-hand side.
Well, this is one of those.
Look at that old flippin' car. It's like, it's one of the oldest cars I've ever seen working. Wow, very inconspicuous advertising.
Railroad. Once again,
okay, it's time again.
Please remain seated while the train's in motion. Keep your head, arms, legs, and feet inside the cars at all times. Parents, if you board with little ones, please place yourselves on the outside of the row. If that is not practical, make sure they're held or easily within your reach.
Honestly, I think it's just the great thing that
We'll say goodbye to Gordon here. We now begin our journey around the village to the north side at Smith Creek. The red home we're passing by, not bigger than a one-car garage in the 1700s, was home to Mr. and Mrs. Plimpton and their 7 children. Back then it was easier
7 people in that thing. Holy flip.
multiple rates. If you ever want to try colonial living, I'd bag a farmhouse next to it. Predates you there. The Revolutionary War was built in 1754.
Got
You had a
a
chance,
truck
you could
there.
stop by and I'd be happy to tell you what life was like back in our colonial days.
Honestly, this is better than seeing the Polar Express because you actually get to hear the whistle more.
1873.
You actually get to see the engine.
Taunton, Massachusetts.
I hope you guys can hear me because I can barely hear myself.
Peninsula States. It is named after the lake which you will find in the Keweenaw Peninsula of northern Michigan.
I think they just said something about the locomotive, but I'm not sure because I can barely hear. Getting like sand in my face.
We're now going into our nature reserve, and as we go into it, this will kind of give you an
Yes,
idea of what it
good
was
idea. Let's go into a nature reserve with a giant metal machine that does basically nothing but spit out a bunch of steam and smoke.
after even walking.
Great idea there.
With the other
That's a tight curve. Of course, the Mason bogie was made to handle tight curves, so we're going around it just fine. Oh, there's a whistle sign. You know what that means? That sign means
But
whistle.
Percy
And
just
you know
went-
what that means?
engineer's doing right now is
Did,
running low.
The cylinders just steam release. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about, putting a steam locomotive in the middle of a nature reserve. Stuff like this happens. You can barely hear me over the steam release.
They're not performing in the steam lines.
This thing can wheesh better than Percy.
Yeah, see, they're keeping shit.
Jeez. How has it only been a minute since I first started recording? Wonder if we're gonna wheesh again or something. No, we're at a station. Never mind, we're not.
We're now coming up to our Henry Ford Academy. To attend, you must be a resident of Wayne County.
Well, I'm not, so we're not. And it's summer, so
You're allowed to attend here
we're not
grades 9 to
stopping.
12 for free.
We ain't stopping here,
9
folks.
starts at our academy.
It's summer. We don't go to school.
The main
Apparently, they turned some coaches into classrooms or something like that. No, 100%. Oh, yep, there they are. Pulling some real life school of duck here. Real life school of duck or something like that.
We'll now be going by our Swanee Lagoon. This is only used now for flood control
There's a-
here in the village.
Lagoon. What? Oh, I see some hoppers over there. Look at those grimy hoppers. Oh, wait, is that a test weight car? think we got a test weight car here.
Now, as you climb the hill towards Smith Creek, if you look to your left just past the stone building, you'll see the mark of Mary Chapel. This was built by Mr. Ford in honor of his mother and mother-in-law. Throughout the season, we host a lot of weddings at the chapel. Next to it is our Taste of History, which offers a wide variety of food, served cafeteria style. Now, if you come into Smith Creek, this can be your exit point to go 2 blocks over to Main Street and Carousel. Down the hill, you can go to Ford Motor Company, right cycle shop, turn left.
All right, with a big jolt. That looks like a truck for like a hustler.
As we come into Smith Creek, we can all wave and say hi to Jerry, station master here. And again, I ask everyone to please remain seated until we come to
Little cattle car.
Once the whistle sounds, it will be safe to exit on the left-hand side. Please wait for that whistle.
Best train ride of my life so far.
Hooking up the country, helping business run. They haul everything safely and on time. They connect the factories.
Didn't know this was Norfolk Southern territory. Let's just quit while we're ahead so that we don't Norfolk Southern ourselves to death. I think I see a. No, hang on. Let me just wait for the people in front of us to get on. I think I see a big coal hopper over there in the distance. We might be able to see that in a minute. Man, look at this cattle car. It is worn as flip. It's Fortunately, there are no cattle inside. I feel like they would be dead if there were. Or that would be inhumane or something like that. The car's not moving anywhere. Okay, we got a Norfolk Southern car over there, and we got a Norfolk and Western gondola back there. And an old tanker. I got footage. Might research them later, might not, who knows. You know, this locomotive is one of the best whistles I've ever heard in my life. Or at least one of the best non-chime ones. I like chime whistles better than the single chime whistle or whatever this kind of whistle is called. But, you know, this has to be one of the best non-chime whistles I've ever heard in my life. Excuse me, sorry. Jeez. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because this is the first steam locomotive I've ever seen. I've seen in person in 2 years, or the first operating steam locomotive. You guys know, a few weeks ago I saw Grand Trunk Western 32 or 5632, and last year, almost exactly 1 year ago, I went to the Henry Ford Museum and saw the Allegheny. Yeah, this locomotive is one of the best. Is the first operating steam locomotive I've encountered in 2 years.
Railroad.
All right, we're off again.
Safety, please remain seated while the train's in motion. Keep your head, arms, legs, and feet inside
As
the car.
I was saying about that whistle.
Parents, if you're boarded with little ones,
hang on.
please place yourselves on the outside of the row. If that is not practical, make sure they're held or easily.
As I was saying about that whistle.
We'll say goodbye to Jerry here.
This is probably one of the smoothest rides I've ever had.
To the front at Firestone Station.
Riding a car is less smooth than this. At least setting off. I can barely feel this thing setting off.
Down to Detroit. The station master and family.
The car, it feels a little more joltier, if you get what I mean.
Grand Trunk Railroad was the first international railroad to operate in the United States.
Okay, there's a
We're
crane.
now coming up to our Detroit Toledo
Steam
Milwaukee
crane.
Roundhouse.
There's
There's
a
a built in
440.
Marshall, Michigan in 1884.
Got past the coal hopper and the water tower.
We're carrying that tradition today as
Traction engine. And that steam locomotive.
coal-fired locomotives and diesel electric that we operate
whistling.
during the
Guess it's
season.
under steam.
Right now we have our ballroom out there. We're getting
There's
it
the
all
roundhouse.
fired up and ready so we can use it tomorrow when we host Motor Muster. The roundhouse is open for
Okay.
you to go inside.
They're using that locomotive tomorrow, I guess. That's why it's steamed up. Got a whole bunch of trucks down there. And wheel sets. Part of a crane. Oh man, a semaphore
We're now
signal.
coming up to the
You don't see those
Firestone
every
Farm
day.
District. This was home to Harvey Firestone, founder of the Firestone Rubber and Tire Company. If you ever have a chance, you can stop by the farmhouse, go inside, see what life was like back in the
Some
1870s.
chassis system
Or
boxcar.
through the barn on the lower level to see all the livestock we raise here on the
Switch over
farm.
there. I think I read about that switcher. Oh, yep, there's a whistle board. After this, dang it, soot, sorry. Lots of soot. It's a steam locomotive, so there's going to be soot.
Yes, you're on your far right here on the bench. You can check out our merino sheet. Back past here, you can check out our two dairy cattle.
But, yeah.
The original breed first
End of the journey. There's the station we terminated at. Or we got here on. Or at. After this, we're probably gonna go to the roundhouse.
I ask everybody names as well as cell phones. And then if you would, remain seated until we come to a complete stop. Once the
what's
whistle
happening here?
sounds, it will be safe to exit on the right-hand side. Please, wait for that whistle.
Oh, they're refilling. This will be interesting.
It is now safe to exit on the right-hand side.
There was one of Alex's classmates, super brainy,
Refilling tanks. I mean, you gotta do that, or the thing will explode. No joke.
Here, Kristen. Wait.
Lots of steam coming from under the engine. Look at that interior.
Oh, really? I
This is exactly how I imagined it.
He was born here in July of 1863. The farm was located just outside of Detroit.
Water columns like this one were a common sight near train stations as railroad lines increased across the country. Steam locomotives depend on regular fill-ups of water for their operation. To use the water column, the fireman on the locomotive would reach out, swing the spout over the locomotive, and then open the valve to fill the tank. The water column allowed him to do this quickly, without getting off the locomotive. When he released the valve, the water instantly shut off so none was wasted, and the train could quickly leave the station bound for the next stop. None was wasted, except for the probably gallon and a half that spills when the locomotive tank is completely filled up. Water columns had to be placed close enough to the track to allow fast and efficient operation, but not so close that trains would be hit or passengers hurt. Built during the early 1900s and used by the Kentucky and Tennessee Railway in Stearns, Kentucky. Nice.
Deer, 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 deer.
Wow, a watermill. I know we're used to seeing these by now. I think you all know where. Look at that smug piece of scrap metal smiling at me. He knows. Even got one of those little tiny derrick cars over there. It's a derrick car because of the tiny little crane on it. Who cares about tiny little cranes like that when you got big cranes like this? Like, this thing is huge. I feel like I'm standing next to the Allegheny again. Look at that big flipping hook. I got a model kit for one of these. It's just, I don't know how to build it yet. I can hear a whistle in the distance. While we wait, look, there's a caboose right there. Detroit Mackinac. You got a C&O boxcar. Got a Cotton Belt boxcar. Got an old, like really old wooden boxcar. That's from the days of stuff like that 4-4 over there. New York, New Haven, and Hartford. Alright. And over here, you can see the cattle car. The cattle car. You can see the Norfolk Southern like hopper. You can see the Norfolk and Western hopper, the tanker, the flat car, and Torch Lake number 3 puffing up. Here's that one locomotive we saw whistling at us on when we were riding the train. Well, hello there. Sorry, I didn't mean to get so close. Yep, you can see it ready. Ah. Looks like the freight train over there is moving now. Ah, I could hear those couplings clanking from like a mile away. Jeez. You can hear the horn of the freight train. You can see it moving behind the trees. Wonder what railroad that is. Sorry for the really shaky camera. Today has just been a lot. No, not Norfolk Southern, I guess. There's that test weight car thing. I believe that's what that is. Those are some really weird looking tankers. Ain't seen any tankers before with that stuff on the top. And look at that humongous auto rack. And you put it next to one of those 50-foot boxcars and it looks tiny. Look at that. You know, I'd love to see that traction engine up and running. He doesn't need rails. He runs on the roads. We got some spare rails over here. There's some of that classic railroad graffiti. And some completely clean hopper. Well, who cares about that? That's modern railroading. We got stuff like this going on here. It is kind of cool to compare the eras, though. Like you have those big modern freight trains over there. Probably some flat cars. Yeah, you got big modern giant diesel-powered freight trains over there, and then down here you got stuff like this. This is the stuff that really matters. Looks like they're carrying some car chassis. Probably for GM, if I had to guess, because I live near an area. Oh, look, there's an Amtrak train. I could tell that was an Amtrak P42 DC in Phase 5 livery. It's the first Amtrak train I've ever encountered. Yeah, what's really cool about this place is you can look over here and see big, heavy, modern freight trains like this. Powered by diesel. Honestly looking kind of ugly. Except for the P42, I like those. A caboose. Wasn't expecting that, because this is a modern freight train. But anyway, you can see big, modern freight trains like that. And you look down here, you see stuff like this. Okay, I'm gonna film this engine and see if I can get the people inside to blow the whistle for me or something. Look at this thing. Detroit and Lima Northern Railway, number 7. There's the builder's plate. Baldwin Locomotive Works, Burnham, Williams & Co., 15/30/17, May 1897, Philadelphia. And I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try that arm pull thing people do when they want trucks to honk their horns at them. This thing is under steam. You guys saw it whistling earlier. While I wait for them to look in this direction, look at this traction engine. Man. It's like one of these, but on the roads. It's just a steam-powered tractor. There's a firebox. This one's got a roof over its head. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna try it again. Come on. I can do this. Hang on. I'll try it again. It sounds like the locomotive is urinating, actually. Still gonna try it, though. Let's see. This is kind of a bold move. Come on, I know I can do it. I just need their attention on me. And they'll blow the whistle. I mean, I'm assuming, that's what I'm assuming. This is the kind of locomotive, like in the meantime, this is the kind of locomotive they had back in like the 1800s, kind of thing you'd see in like a Wild West film. It's, I'm pretty sure this one's wood-fired. Can't really see what's in the tender. Oh, no, never mind, it's coal-fired. And, yeah. There's another water column here. Go on, do it. I think I'm close. I'm very close, I can tell. Maybe I'm just being stupid, but I... And saw a little splash of water up there. I think he's oiling it, or the engine or something. Maybe I should wait like a minute. Oh, okay, probably shouldn't step on that. That is the hatch to the tank that fills the water column. Well, I'm just gonna go in the roundhouse for a little bit. Then maybe I can come out and see if they'll blow the whistle. I think I can hear another train or something. Never mind. False alarm. And I don't think it will blow the whistle now, considering like half the crew is no longer inside the engine. Oh, look at that big crack. You know what? I'll try to give this thing a handshake. Your cow catcher is very heavy. Alright guys, I walk into the roundhouse and the first thing I see is an engine's behind. Oh my god, they have the pits. They have the flippin' pits here. You can still see that engine outside, but they have the pits. We can see underneath this 442 Atlantic. You can see it has no tender. It's a little odd. Okay, I don't really trust these stairs that much. But we're down here. Underneath. We are currently underneath several hundred tons of pure steel. Let's see what's under this. I'm a little scared, because I know how heavy steam locomotives are. Look at this. Looks like this one might have a third cylinder. You can see some of the inner valve gear. Hang on, guys. And there, you guys, is the underside of the firebox. Looks like there's a slit underneath. That's where they'd open it up and drop all the gases into a pit just like this one. Fortunately, they won't be doing that because there are people inside of here. And this is the flipper that was smugly smiling at me. Well, I caught up to you now. And you know what I'm gonna do? It is customary for me to give a handshake to every steam locomotive that I encounter. I can't give one to the Torch Lake one though. It's kind of under steam. Brother, let's take a look inside you. That sounded weird, but it is also very true. It's gonna be my second steam locomotive that I've been inside of this year. Well, I guess I'm not really inside of it. Unless there, I'm under the roof of the steam locomotive. Technically, I'm inside of it. 2 firebox doors? What in the heck is this? I ain't never seen a steam locomotive with 2 firebox doors. Also looks like relatively simple controls too. I am above the steam locomotives. Look, see, those little dips in the ground are pits that they would unload all the ashes into, and basically used to work on the underside of any steam locomotives. That is an interesting freight car.
When you go to the bottom of the steps, kind of do a U-turn underneath
Let's
the steps.
see.
And you go down underneath the Atlantic. Hi, how are you guys today?
I assume that's the same roundhouse. Oh, well, would you look at that? That looks like some sort of alternate, like, water tank / coal bunker for the Mason bogie, just in case it, like, dies or something. We got another 440. This one looks even older. Unfortunately, I cannot go down and shake its hand, or I guess its coupler, because I think this part of the place is off limits. And you got a little switcher there. There's a little area over there. Don't know how to get in there. Oh wait, you go through here. Feels weird just going down steps and seeing the tracks there. I feel like I'm gonna like get hit by a train as soon as I walk down here. And so yeah. What do the mechanics do in Roundhouse? They do roundhouse things. Do you think coal is a dirty fuel? Yes, but you know, it's like, I'm okay with that. Now what's over here? We got steam noises. Okay, we gotta wait for there to be 140 pounds of pressure. I don't think the thing is moving. Let's press the yellow button. Does this move or something? I can make it move. We're going backwards. That's kind of cool. Here's one of the benches where they repaired the wheel sets. Put the wheels on the axle. Alright, I'm going back upstairs. Home again. The Atlantic might be the biggest engine they have here. Alright. I'm going back outside to see if I can get those 2 lovely lads to blow the whistle of that baby right there. Alright. I can hear some hissing noises. This thing is very steamed up. Feels like kind of a waste to just keep it steamed up and running just so I can sit here and do nothing. All you gotta do is smile and whistle at people. Well, it's not doing either of those. It's not smiling and it's not whistling at people. I want you to whistle. really want to see if I can get these guys to blow the whistle. Guys, I think I just breathed in a what kind of soot or something. Jeez. I really don't lie when they say that these engines make soot. I feel like I've been here so long that the Torchlight number 3 should be coming back soon. Can I see it? No, I don't think so. Next time I'll bring goggles or a pair of glasses or something. Because I don't want to. Jeez. Okay, so jeez, this is where they'd pull or coal into the coal in, and then this hopper would scoop, or then there'd be like a thing that scoops it out of the chamber, takes it to the top of the hopper, and then it'd get poured out into a steam locomotive. Okay, the fact that I can hear Torchlight number 4 kind of gives me hope, because you guys saw last time that locomotive whistled at Torchlight number 4 or number 3. Maybe since this one is fully under steam again, it'll happen again. Who knows? Well, never mind. Okay. I'm going to film again. This will be the most footage I have of any steam locomotive. Machine car. Might have to do some research on some of these cars. Definitely more research on the locomotives is needed as well. Guys, this really does feel so weird knowing that I'm right here next to a live working steam locomotive. This is surreal. It's probably the most trains I've ever seen in one day. You gonna whistle now? Finally gonna do it? Apparently not. Apparently this railroad was called the Weezer Railroad. I'm not reading all that. You guys pause the video and read it if you want. Got two very different eras. Got a Norfolk Southern hopper. Let's get away from that before we get Norfolk Southern to death. And we got a Norfolk and Western hopper. That's a better railroad. We got Union Tank Car Co. Very old tank car. White oil fitted with heater. Why would you want to heat oil? In the name of Sir Nigel. Hang on. Got some truck, probably from like a Heisler or something, on a flat car, and some wheel sets. I want to go see what this thing's all about. Did the safety valve burst or something? Or maybe it's just a safety valve doing its job, who knows? And, you know, it's, I don't think they're gonna blow the whistle. But at least that's proof that it's, under steam, and it is working. Well, guys, in my opinion, nothing else worth seeing here besides the railroad stuff. Kind of being forced to not see the railroad stuff anymore, so there's not gonna be that much left of this video.
There's a train coming!
Alright, my plan this time is to just ride the train again, but this time no commentary. Just let the sound effects and stuff handle everything on their own.
this facility. If you ever have a chance, you can stop by, stroll the grounds, and even go inside. You can check out his incandescent light bulb. Now, if you look to your left across the street, the yellow building is the Solar Jordan boarding house. This is where all the single young men who work for Edison would stay in bed. It was one of the first few buildings Edison had electrified. We're now coming up to the Anthony Bridge. This is our corner for our purchase of Harley's building. This is where I have a station. You can go up the hill into the Webster's home. He is credited with giving us our first American dictionary that took over 25 years to complete. Or you can stroll down Maple Lane to see all the homes in the village. You can even go into our Susquehanna plantation, which came from Tidewater, Maryland, where the 1832 were principal crops of corn, wheat, and tobacco. You can even go to the end of Maple Lane to see our windmill and colonial dragon farmhouse. And you can go to Susquehanna, we can say hi to Bill, station master here, and ask everyone to please remain seated until we come to a complete stop. Once the whistle sounds, you're going to stay with two exits on the other side. It's now set. Was built in 1754. If you ever get a chance, stop by, go inside. Never had to tell you the life was like back in our colonial days. If you look towards the far side of the pasture, the woods, you'll see some of our wild turkeys. Like the one pulling us today, it's one between Birch Lake, Town, Massachusetts, where the cattle had a heck of a mining company, I can't even have the peninsula, but Northern Michigan. This is how the National Roster has letters continually scheduled for sale, now in the United States. It is named after the lake which you will find in the Keweenaw Peninsula, up in Northern Michigan.
But Percy just went.
That originally just stood was called a running lowdown. This was standard procedure on all operating steam locomotives. The settlements take canoes and paddle around the island. Yeah.
Goodbye, Torch Lake Railroad, number 3. Or Torch Lake number 3, whatever. It was nice to meet you. Too bad I couldn't shake your coupling, but I don't think I'm allowed to. Goodbye. Man, what a day it's been. But, you know, it's probably the best day I've ever had in my life so far. So, you know what? I am happy. This video is probably already way too long. So I think I'm gonna end it here. Peace, guys. See ya. Bye-bye.